Plaintiff Ryan Jasinski says while he was a student at Ohio State University, he and the defendant rented an apartment together. Ryan claims after living together for only a few months, the defendant disappeared. So he's suing him today for unpaid rent and bills. Defendant Ryan Hoyle says while living with the plaintiff, his father was diagnosed with cancer and given 3 months to live, and that's why Ryan left for a period of time. Ryan claims the plaintiff knew this. Yet when Ryan returned to the apartment, someone else had moved in and was sleeping in his bed, so he's countersuing.
Start with you.
All right, Your Honor. I'm currently at Ohio State, which they tell me around here you're a big fan of.
No. No. Last time I went to an Ohio State-Michigan game in Ohio, they assaulted me and my son with beer cans and verbally assaulted us as they proceeded to turn over all the cars and set them afire that had Michigan plates on. I think you all won. So I don't understand it. Hopefully you can try and talk to them and encourage them to be better citizens.
We're trying.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Around campus it's kind of expensive to live, so we usually get roommates. I met Ryan Hoyle through an ex-girlfriend of mine. We worked together at a local restaurant. On 807, we moved in together. The agreement was that we split the rent. We split the bills, both 50-50. Around 1207, Ryan Hoyle stopped responding to phone calls, texts.
When did he move out?
It was the end of December.
You tried to contact him about what?
Just to get the rent, to see how he was doing, trying to find out where he was. Nobody that I knew, if they knew where he was telling me he wasn't responding to his phone. I was having a problem paying the bills. I took a loan out from my boss to pay his half of the rent.
When is the last time he had paid rent?
In December.
All right, let's hear from you, sir.
Okay, Your Honor. Everything up till then is correct. In October of 2007, my father was diagnosed with cancer. They gave him 3 months to live.
Sorry to hear that.
In December of 07, my father passed away. You know, my mom needed help coping with things. I needed help. You know, the plaintiff was always, supportive, always giving me a pat on the back. We were good friends. We'd agreed I'd move out for the 3 months to move back in with my parents. He was going to cover those 3 months because I had taken 3 months off of school.
He could afford to cover 3 months of your rent?
So it was agreed.
Did you agree to pay all 3 months?
And no, I didn't.
Sounds like an expensive proposition for a student. Unless you have wealthy parents who were willing to cover his end.
No.
Did you try and call his mom's house?
I did not have the number, Your Honor. The only way I had to get in touch with him was through his cell phone.
How long had you known each other?
Probably 4 or 5 months, Your Honor.
All right. Roommates, they don't find a need to go and meet someone's mother unless they're talking about getting married. Y'all wouldn't get married, weren't you?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
I have
so you
mail
had no
coming.
reason to come to your house and meet your parents? Pardon me?
I have mail that would come to the apartment that has stated my mother's address on it.
Is that true? That sounds like it might be true.
If it was, I didn't open his mail, Your Honor.
So, your defense today is that he agreed to pay those months.
Correct.
That's your only defense regarding the rent?
No. I came back in April to find someone sleeping in my bed. The same sheets that were on the bed when I left. My furniture was moved around. Coffee stains on the cup stains on the furniture.
Eating your porridge?
Right. Yeah. My clothes were strung out. All my personal belongings, not to mention some hygienic.
Okay. They really wanted to take your place, literally.
Correct. They pretty much did. They moved in and lived in all my stuff.
Did you find out how long they had been there?
I had talked to a mutual friend of ours, and it was probably...
Why didn't you talk to them? Why didn't you, when you got back, you say, hey, this is all my stuff. How long you been here?
We didn't, I was upset. I was pretty upset. It took a lot to hold back.
How did you find out?
A friend of ours had told us.
Did you ask the friend how long they had been there?
No, she just notified me.
So you could have been that day.
Yeah, but from the array of the furniture, the clothes, he had been there for an extended time.
But this is your defense to not paying rent? And you were on the lease?
That's correct.
All right. Did you pay your utility bills? You all agreed that he would pay all that too?
We split everything right down the middle.
And did you have someone else living there?
Yes, I did.
At what point did they move in?
They moved in on 5/01/08.
Okay, when did he come back?
The very beginning of May is when I first got contact back from him.
You told me April.
No, Your Honor, he was gone through April.
Okay, so when he came back, did he notice the man living there?
Yes, the way he found out, he had tried
The man had just moved in?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
What we did is we moved his stuff into the storage that we have in the apartment.
Okay.
I had tried to contact Ryan for a few days, and because I had heard from a mutual friend that he had returned.
Sir, why hadn't you contacted him for those months?
Going through a lot, you know, I didn't think I had anything to be worried about. I mean, I left all my belongings there. I wouldn't have left all my furniture if I was just going to disappear on him. I left all my furniture there, my bed, my clothes. You know, I took enough.
No, sometimes people get the notion, well, I'm not staying there, so I don't have to pay. That's not true. It's because you leave your tenancy to stay somewhere else doesn't mean you don't have to pay for that tenancy. So your argument is not necessarily true. Your $2,000 for emotional distress is due to an illegal eviction. Tell me about that.
Well, once I got there and noticed that he was there,
Roommate,
that's when
okay.
I wanted to move all my
Gotcha.
stuff. I wanted to get it all
right.
out right then and there. So I started packing up. We started just heyday, packing everything up in my room, getting it packed up, getting it put in my car. We had another vehicle that we loaded. The plaintiff's new roommate had called the plaintiff and asked him if he should call the cops, which I'm still on the lease. I thought, well, go ahead. I wasn't going to physically assault him. I just wanted to get my belongings out. While we were transporting my belongings from the apartment to the car, locksmith had came and changed the locks that day, and that was the first week of April.
But you were leaving with your things. With regard to this eviction, you say that you left because you saw someone had taken your place. What did you say?
The plaintiff wasn't there at the time. I talked to him on the phone. He said, you know, this is how it is. He's there. You can get your stuff, get out. That's basically the extent of the conversation. Okay. He did let me come back. He had gathered the rest of my belongings that I was unable to take at the time. Well, also the couch, coffee tables, the love seat, all that was mine as well. He did have belongings on the coffee tables, in the coffee tables.
Why do you think he did this if you all had this agreement? One minute he's so compassionate, I'll pay all your rent. Even though I'm a student just like you, I'll pay everything while you go. Then when you come back, get out, changing the locks on you. You owe me my money. Did you ever say to him, hey, what happened? Why didn't you? Why didn't you bother to say that?
We never really got the chance to talk.
You talked to him on the phone, remember that? You just told me that.
Yeah, I did talk to him
So don't tell me you
phone.
never got a chance to talk. Now you're lying. I don't believe you were illegally evicted. He certainly had a right and in fact a duty to get a replacement roommate when someone abandons their lease. I don't believe he agreed to pay all your rent and then later he just hates you so much he throws you out on your head and you never even ask him about it. So I'm going to dismiss your claim for an illegal eviction, and secondly, I'm going to grant his judgment for back rent and unpaid bills because you never paid it, and I don't believe he agreed to pay your half. $1,986 for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed.